go. Hopefully we're sorted. How's it going? What's going on? It's your boy, Izlogic. Welcome you to today's live stream. I'm just gonna balance the audio real quick, so give me a few minutes to do that. Left foot, right foot levitating. That sounds about right. Maybe a bit more quieter on the little guy. There we go. Back down. So I need to boot up my epic pen. And so we begin. It's been a long day. Obviously doing the stream on a laptop today. So I'll mute that. Here we go. 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 Boom. Put them away. In position. How you doing, peeps? It's live stream time. As always, I am killing it and really I'm tired. So we've got Estral versus T1 today to start us off, and it's gonna be fun. We saw a lot yesterday. How did that happen? Anyway, into draft we go. This is game one. Already seen quite a bit happening. So, let's take stock. We have T1 banning Vine or Sedge. Basically, hard engage has been removed from the boards. Leaves, like, what is strong hard engage that's open? Ral. Rakan. What else is there? I mean, hard engage is quite limited. Zin. That's up and available. Because bear in mind, you've got a Callista here. You kind of want to pair it with some hard engage. That's kind of the go-to pairing with it. But on the other side, got Draven. You kind of need to set up. So I think Renata would be quite prioritized here, all things considered, with these picks coming through. So Renata here, 41 would work. Nico also works. Carrier's Nico is phenomenal. Faker can also whip out the champ. He likes that one as well. Ugh. Anyway, let's continue forward. T1 will lock that in. Probably goes in here, pick 3, round out the first phase. Makes sense. Then Estral probably will try and match with like a Jarvan or their own support. I mean, Renata is left up. I think that would be quite good. But you are very limited in what you can go for here. So, Lee Sin comes through, actually. That was something that was banned a lot during yesterday's series. In fact, it's probably first pick worthy if it's left up and available for either team. So, Rel actually going to come through here for Estral. So, we enter ban phase 2. What's strong in ban phase that's left up? I guess Renata should be banned here. I keep thinking Renata's good because Nico, Lee Sin want to all come in towards you. Renata's good into close melee range champions. Same with Callista, realistically speaking. Azir, good ban against Faker. Ori, if you want to double down into Faker, would be good. But you got Renata. Ashe is already banned. I was starting to think was quite good here. To slow down the Callista. Essentially, Estral have kind of... Can I just point out you're banning supports against... I mean, we all know that both Nico can play in mid and support, but like... Rumble coming through, Xin Rumble. Like, why are you... Okay, I know why you've banned Xin Rumble. I think this is looking like an Aatrox angle. Because Zeus was a Aatrox fiend during the season. Like, the start of the split. He was certainly fiending Aatrox quite heavily. Volley picked up here for the hard engage combo with the Renata. You're trying to look for plays early against the Lee Sin. Sante, safe top, fair enough. It's not volley solo. It has to be... Yo, that's a gauntlet thrower. Cassante Yone? That's certainly an explosive matchup, to say the least. I do, however, prefer T1's comp a little more. Oh, jeez. It's a weird one, to say the least. I'm just quickly going to grab a cable while we load into game, but simply put, it's very close range, a lot of brawling. We should see more team fighting in this series compared to the one we looked at yesterday, based on the drafts, but hey, we'll see how it goes as we prep, get ready to go into game. I certainly need a cable right now, so I'll be back in a sec. And I'm back. It wasn't that far of a journey to get the cable, surprisingly. But now I can actually charge up my Fern. That's certainly a nice thing. Because now I can also look at this chat as well. Not risk my Fern dying. So I can be a good streamer. That's the whole basis of the Fern. Anyway. I'm just going to get repositioned here. Oh! One of my cables has fallen out my bag. And I've ran over it. Not good. I'm also very far away from the microphone, if you could tell. So, we're into game. Estral looking for a pick onto Zeus, presumably. Lane swap meta, obviously a thing. I'm also... Give me 2 seconds, because I forgot to do something very important. I'm pause right now. I need to go into the broadcast. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I apologize, peeps. I'm merely plugging in a nice wire that will help aid the stream. There you go. And when I say help it, I mean make it so much easier to work from. Please clip in. Is it not plugging in? There we go. It's just identifying the cable. There we go. That's so much better. Sorry, I just had to plug it in my network. Even though it says we're still... Bruh. Even I know this has internet. Connect. Gimme. I am slightly concerned that this is saying no internet. Oh, jeez. This is what happens when you only have one Ethernet cable to split between a PC and a laptop. Okay, it's connected. Don't know, that was weird. Sorry about that, peeps. Wire connection's better than Wi-Fi, so we'll do that. And I need to switch you guys back on. There we go. Hi. We're back in draft. So, let's get going. Essentially, Estral set up a level 1 play. Zeus not going to fall bait to it. We started to talk about lane swap meta being a thing. And, well, yeah, it didn't really happen. And so, there's that. Carriers up topside, so lane swap could happen. He's gonna bait it. That's something we like about Nico. Baiting lane swaps, you can just hide. This is so well worked by T1. Anyway, we started off. Once carrier shows on wave. Well, once carrier shows, it's kind of gonna bait. However, because Zeus is stepping forward, he hasn't revealed himself just yet. It's kind of weird. Now T1 will be aware. Well, Estral will be aware that the lane swap has happened. And T1 just going to be content with it. Because I think T1 lane swapping here is smart. It makes sense from them to do that. Why is there a dog barking up here? I apologize. There's mid lane. Faker gonna flash. Estral get the early battle. That's pretty huge. Could look for a repeat gank. Actually, who was it that made gank? Because that looks like Yone. So, where's jungle? Jungle's not sacking. It looks like Estral is stacking solo lane as mid to get some XP onto and gold onto the Yone. But like T1 aren't losing anything in this situation. They are setting up the 4-man dive, but Zeus is just playing too far back for the dive to happen. So he just gives up CS. So this is where the top laners kind of get a bit more even, because realistically speaking, the split goes in favor of Zoif. Is that how you say his name? Zoif? I can't pronounce his name. Either way, essentially he gets to just sit and be protective. He is taking, or he took away the Krugs, so he's got a bit of gold back there. But T1's response is bring the support down here, as well as Owner. So they could look for the pick here onto the Draven, but they're not going to get it. TP out, that's huge. And that's gone to the top side. Obviously, Gumiyushi hovering around, gonna just freeze the wave. outside of turret range. Burn the CS. Look at the top laner CS. 5 for not compared to the other lanes where Goober's sitting on 30. Anyway, let's see how this plays continue out. Carrier pathing back up top, where we do have Jose Diodo, that's the name, guarding his top laner, trying to secure his Krugs, as Owner's here to take the camp back for himself. He will smite secure the big one. A few of the little ones went over to Jose Diodo as Owner's going forward, getting a lot of chunk damage down on to Ackerman. And this is looking like the normal LLA squad that usually comes here, but under a different brand, as Guma, Yushi, and Carrier just delete the jungler and support. Oh, this is a 3v1. The tower dive should be executed well. It would have been if it weren't for the fact that not all of them heavily committed into the play. They'll just get this wave pushed in, go in. Oh, it's a 1-for-1 trade in the end of that play. But T1 happy. 3 kills to 1. This stage of the game. Gumi has 2 assists. Obviously, it's unfortunate that Carrier picked up the kills, but T1 get the tower dive, get a considerable amount of gold into the back pockets. Somehow, some way, they've already got a 2k gold lead. Anyway, we watch this play. It's just the engage from Rel is with no real teammate engaging next to her. So, it's a wasted opportunity that T1 just then turn and burst down each member. It's a good route from Carrier to secure it. And as a whole, T1 just playing this well. Carrier's been in everywhere this early game. Just take a look at his levels. Yeah. Sacrificing levels to make plays. He's going to be caught out here. Oh, nearly gets the trade kill back on Cody. But shutdown is a shutdown. The support falls. T1 will secure for themselves 2 Void Grubs. Leaving the third one for a little bit. Obviously, will delay a bit of a respawn as Shockwave was used there by Faker. That's kind of... If Estral didn't actually know it was Carrier, think about it. Obviously, they think, well, we can go through a 3-man play here. As Faker has no ult, we can overinvest to get the kill. So realistically, Faker's kind of screwed Carrier there. If Estral didn't know it was a Nico. So, let's take a look at how the map state is looking. Obviously, one more Void Grub to be picked up here. Whereas Drake was secured by Estral. Mountain into Hex Drake. Not the best. Obviously, you want to get one of them as Soul. Having them as one of the first 2 Drakes does mean it's less likely to be a good Soul. You're kind of hoping for Infernal, Ocean if you want to have just some more bulk. But realistically, the fun ones are gone. With actually, Infernal's kind of fun. But then you start to think about rifts that could it be potentially played on. And you look at what T1 have. The Cassante in particular would realistically not want the Infernal Rift, as that's actually the Draven Whirling Death used there to clear the wave. But T1 have just camped topside. They're actually sitting into the 2v2 for now, because they're realizing they can go for a play. Owner we not stopped from making a play. T1 just going to cash out on a few more turret plates. The wave's dying. Just look at Snacker. he's doing okay. Draven has got quite a few stacks. Ready and raring to throw them out, obviously, to get the kill. But T1 are winning all across the map. The 2v2 top has resulted in this first tower. They did get the third Void Grub, by the way. Estral are bleeding gold. Like, they're not really gaining anything from the map. The only thing that I guess they're trying to play for is these Drakes, but they've also got a Draven. That's kind of one of the big things for them that they're trying to play towards, but to be honest, Gumayusi already got the Nomori Quick Blades. First item in the bag with a longsword and cloth armor behind it versus components. He's quite far ahead right now. 1.1k over the champion that was in the 2v1. Draven really hasn't been able to get anything for the team. And that's kind of... You got to give credit to T1 for not really giving the opportunity over to this pick to do much, as Carrier stepping forward alongside Gumayusi. The T1 bot lane, if we talk about this split, kind of have been one of the weaker sides. However, Faker still pops off as the Fate's Call is used, and it will result in Carrier getting to safety, but not for Gumayusi. A big shutdown as that shockwave hits 3. Faker's turned up to the fight, and the rest of T1 are collapsing in. It's a double kill over to the Orianna as Draven falls. I don't know if he got a big shutdown before the play, but all out goes the Cassante, and he will fall in a 1-for-1 trade. Good play there by Ackman to get one back, but it's the Faker show at the end of that team fight as he dismantled Estral around the pit. And no Drake was actually picked up off of that. 40 seconds until Void Grubs. I think T1 probably will go to that, but we should get a replay for that. And Ocean Soul is the prize that these two teams will be fighting for. So, let's take a look. It's the collapsing. They think they can get a kill. They do a lot of damage down here onto Carrier. But Gumayusi isolates himself. The TP in from behind from this Yone does a lot of work. But here's where the issues happen. The overchase. Owner gets to go in. Kick through on 3 members. Shockwave finds the mark. Faker gets to pick up the kills. And yeah. Teamfight damage. That does tell you something. Owner and Faker hitting multiple members with their ultis just did so much work for them. Draven now losing half them stacks. Kind of a huge thing. So he's going to be out of this game now. Unable to get a cash out. And if he does get a cash out, it's very minimal. And with the tempo of the game being accelerated by T1, Void Grubs, oh god. With Void Grubs being picked up here by Owner, that's the full stack, the full 6 on T1 side. This siege is going to be deadly. And arguably, what can Estral do? It's like they're trying to force a tower dive here onto Faker, but Carrier's just hovering. All out on the top side. Oh, that pullback. They're just camping the Lee Sin. Owner? What? Realistically, he should have finished up the kill there. It's like T1 are just playing with their food. Obviously, with that failed play, it has resulted in Jose Diodo and the rest of Estral invading into the bottom side jungle. Setting up some vision there. Here. They're going to clear out the vision down here. This is getting worse for Faker, because the tower dive can come through. 4 members down here. The collapse is in play. The shockwave, though, is clean as the Pot Blossom finds Thor. T1, they're turning this play around the tower. It's only just been shut off. How are Estral alive? What? That looked so scuffed. And yet, no one died on Estral's side of things. The caveat is T1 get Herald. But, god damn. A massive ult from Carrier. A great ult from Faker that does so much damage. Like, you pull the Rel into tower range, the Yone's in tower range. But it's the ulti from Yone that allows him to drop aggro. It was a good buffer. So, well worked in that regard by Estral to keep their champs alive. But I think T1 really got unlucky with that play. First tower gold picked up here by, I'm assuming, Estral. I don't think T1 got the top. No, T1 got the top tier one, didn't they? So, yeah. So, it was essentially a tower trade in the long run, but T1 got Herald on top of it. So, T1's still coming out on top of the objective trading. However, Estral fighting back when it comes to getting picks. So, yeah. That's an interesting get-a-wrap there for Gumayusi. So far ahead as another shockwave lands. Faker, though, stepping quite far forward. Kind of playing with their food here, T1. Getting caught out as Gumayusi backs away. I thought he was still free hitting in, but no. T1, kind of cocky. Faker giving 3 kills over to the opposition there. He didn't need to step that close. Anyway, that's the caveat for this Estral team is they get picks, but I think they're overcommitting to one-sided map for said picks. Because while that play happened bot side, T1 were already cross-mapping with Zeus as he was just split pushing. Now, when members go to respond to Zeus and take their resets after getting kills, T1 then pounce and push and get the bot lane tier 1. They're already onto the bot lane tier 2 because Gumayushi's down here. And this is a 4-man collapse onto this Yone. Faker's feeling himself, so is Carrier. They're going to get the tier 2. They've got themselves a Drake. 4 members of T1 are down in the bot lane. The fight is kicking off as the TP comes through. Face Call is used as well. Carrier just going to back away to safety. T1, they waste their TP, but get 2 towers in the bot side. Carrier, whirling death. The back's denied. Gumayusi gonna have to take a little walk back so you can get to base. But, yeah. While that was happening, Estral started to push in the mid lane. But they're bleeding. Like, they're hemorrhaging blood this game, Estral. And they're not really getting much back in return. And this is just the class of T1. They're constantly looking to make plays across the map. And it's the tempo of the game that they stick to that makes it hard for teams to deal with them. Like, some teams are starting to understand the early game macro of lane swapping and how that works properly, bear in mind, on this patch. But as it stands, T1 just played the map better than most. Because this early game has resulted in such a massive gold lead for them. Outright. Like, the kills are in favor of Estral. They've been getting the picks, but T1 sit with a massive 5k gold lead as the Soul Unbound into Fate Seal comes through. But that just brings the Lee Sin to the Yone. Simple as you like. T1 looking to make a play. Is this Shockwave going to be flashed and jumped out of? Carrier gets the only kill of the fight. But damn. T1. They play that clean. They get the pick. They're now going to utilize Herald to get themselves the last outer for themselves. They did get top lane tier 2. And now they're crashing in for the inhib tower. They're just opening it up. What can stop them? 19 minutes on the clock. They've opened up an inhibitor. They've got the little Void Grubbies killing it off. But they've found the pick maybe as Owner goes a little bit too deep. A lovely charm out of Cody. Keeps himself alive. But let's be honest. T1 have done the damage. The inhibitor has fallen. Some may say that's kind of a bad thing. Because it gives extra XP, extra gold over to Estral. And tier 1 can't really end. But damn. Let's watch this again. Q goes wide. Just watch Owner. It's a lot of damage down to Cody. The Sonic Wave lands. The Smite comes through. It's a bit of a heal onto this Ahri that keeps her alive. As well as just the fact that Owner was kept at bay and away from getting the kill and possibly a kickback onto a squishy target. That, my friends, is what we like to call a pretty well worked response from Estral. Yeah, that's a big gold diff, to be honest, at 20 minutes. We're up to 6k gold diff. It's just growing. T1 sacrificed first Drake for Grubbies, and then they've just pushed ever since. It's been a nightmare for Estral because they haven't been really able to get Gumayushi in any situation. Like, they killed him once, but that was a misplay and a half. And the second kill, is going to be really hard to do because they've just left it too late. You need to realistically have punished him during the laning phase so that he couldn't really farm. Because right now, the man has farmed quite well for himself. Got a bit of a CSD over his counterpart who should have also been free farming. But nope. T1 just play it better. And are keeping Estral out of their jungle. So now T1 just going to clear out any vision. Baron in complete darkness for Estral. So T1 can just play the slow game. Take Drake. Keep a few members in the top side. And not really get any objective for themselves. Anyway, Ocean Drake, Soul Point for T1. Going to be secured here. Taking a look at how things are being built up. Sundered Sky for this Lee Sin. Presumably he's going to go into Starax or Deft Stance. But only time will tell, as that's going to be the Fate Sealed used down his bot lane as Cassante goes all out. The damage is quite a lot, but he's not going to be able to get it. Instead, it's going to be a massive shockwave and Gumayushi free firing to get the double kill. Both the carries of this Estral squad is down. Only Dione remains. And now T1 can free push. Dione has no ult. He's got to go into you if he wants to stop your push. Instead, T1 peel away from the mid lane. Because they see a nice big purple worm to take. Can't blame him. Estral walking into darkness carrier. Just going to body block the pit. Keep your eyes on this volley bear. He is the target. 41 as the pot blossom is going to be used. Carrier's just buying time. TP utilized here. It's the Ahri. Cody's joining up with the team. But look. Volibear can't get in the pit. He failed the jump. And T1 secures the kill and the Baron. Oh my days. Unlucky Jose Diodo. You're now going to lose game 1 to the best team that the world has seen this year. And I mean, to be fair, Genchi has been better than T1 this year. But at international tournaments, they are the reigning world champs for a reason. And they dismantle Estral, giving them no hope, no chance. 24 minutes on the clock. It's done. It's dusted. That's all of their engage gone. Yone's going to snap back and possibly crack to his death as Kasante going to be killed? Maybe? I was ending a game too oh, fucking hell. A 4-man shockwave. Faker. He finds it. And that's the turnaround that T1 needed. Gumayushi going back in. He sees the Draven. The Rel, though, stopping the play. The shutdown comes through. And now some gold into this pick. But T1 aren't done. They secure the inhibitor yet again. The top lane tier 3 is being cracked, but T1 see an open nexus. They're gonna end this one here. The Baron buff doing its job. Maybe they won't. What is going on? The Pot Blossom lands. It's Volibear down, baby. It's gonna be Draven down. Kasante doing Kasante things. That's game 1 done and dusted. Not clean towards the end of the game there from T1. Getting a bit antsy to end it, but yeah. But yeah, they end it anyway. Good work to do that. So, game 2. Game 2. Let's go. It's a quick series. And I think I'm going to GOL game 2. And then go into our next stream. Because we're doing 2 games tonight. I can do 2. I'm not as tired as one I was yesterday. That's for sure. So game 2. We haven't got our timeline, sadly. Faker doing Faker things. He was given the Ori again. Kasante. Aatrox picked up this time by Zophie. I don't know how to pronounce it. Carrier on Rumble. What was the game time? 27 minutes. It was quick. Pretty clean by T1 to say the least. Yeah. That's the end of this one though. What's the kill scores? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Owner taking all the kills for himself. Faker died once in that game. He died twice in this one, but like, you look at the kill scores. It's quite low, all things considered. But if we had the gold graph, essentially what you'd see is just a massive from T1. That's as simple as it goes. Anyway, we're getting some penny noise. I like that. I'm going to end it here and go into next stream. I believe we're doing Fnatic next. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute. Don't go anywhere.